laughs in my face. They say you can't get nowhere. Chasing my dreams still in the same room as an infant. My vision so distant. Turn paper blue, but I got no thesis. Torn into pieces. I'll be back next weekend. I wanna be Mufasa.
Welcome back to Shaka Shaka. We're going to be doing our second part of our episode, which is self-hate within the Somali community. Started off this whole... We didn't even think we were going to do this, but we got an email. Guys, by the way, continue to email us. Let us know topics that you guys want to hear about, what you guys want to talk about, and we will definitely do it, inshallah.
Because we read them all.
We do. We read everything. And your comments, which are a little mean at times, but hey. This all started off from an email that we got from one of our lovely supporters, and I'm going to let you start it off, Bueller.
So yeah, we got this email from a young girl in the UK, a young Somali girl, and I read it, went through it, and I felt a little disgusted at the end of it. So she made a couple of points, and I'm gonna mention them, and then and we'll discuss each point together, and you guys feel free to chime in whenever you feel necessary.
Are we gonna read? Are you gonna read the whole email?
I'm gonna read it, and
okay.
So we'll discuss if she's got a case.
If she's got a case about it or not.
The person who's talking behind me is our director of the whole show, the whole creator. Jafar is behind me, so that's who's the person that's actually talking. But go ahead, Buta. Let's start this off.
All right, let's start off. Hi, guys.
And by the way, pause. Just so I don't want other viewers not to email us because they think that we're going to put them out there. We're not putting the person's name out there. No. We're not putting their username, their email address, any of that. This is just a blind person that it could be anybody, right? Yeah. So just continue to email us, but don't have any fear because we will make sure that you're anonymous.
All right. So she wrote, "Hi guys, I was wondering if you guys could discuss how Somalis are hated so much by everyone. I think we need to have an open dialogue about this problem. Basically, I am a 17-year-old Somali girl, and I absolutely hate being Somali with a passion. There are truly no words to describe how much I hate Somalis. Where do I begin? I hate how some stupid Somalis will be like, we're not black, and that we're Arab, even though we look nothing like Arabs, and that gets on my nerves because we are black." So what do you guys think about that?
Wow, that's crazy, man. Yeah. That is absolutely crazy, first of all.
Is that the whole email, or is that we doing part by part? Part by part? All right, so let's tackle the
black part?
We're not black. A lot of people in the Somali community say we're not black. Mm-hmm. We are Arabs, or I'm half Ethiopian, I'm half this, I'm half that. Sometimes it's true, which is cool. Yeah. If it's your heritage, it's your background, please represent. If it isn't, let me know what you think.
Okay, so honestly, as Somalis, I've noticed we do that a lot. We do that a lot. We tell a lot of people that, like when we see Africans, let's be honest. Even my mom or any Somali mom in Canada will say Afrikaan waaye. Afrikaan waaye, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, you know what I mean? I feel we are black, you know what I mean? When we get pulled over, we're getting treated the exact same way as the other guy. So my opinion is, Somalis, some Somalis don't consider themselves black. Me personally, I consider myself African and I'm black. Mm-hmm.
And you're Somali.
And I'm Somali.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, but we do, we are part of the, the Arabian governments, you know what I mean? We're part of the Arab League. But at the same time, I don't consider ourselves Arabs. I consider ourselves straight up Somalis, East Africans.
So what do you think, where does the disassociation come from? Why?
I think it was the way we were raised, to be honest. You know what I mean? That's my opinion. That's the way growing up, you know what I mean? We were told certain things, and Afrikaan waaye, Malo waaye, and so obviously, exactly, but we're black.
What do you ladies? What do you think?
I think the community sometimes tells us we're not black. You can talk to someone and be like, "Oh, she's not black, she's Somali." What does that even mean?
Right.
Or they say something like our hair. Oh, Somali girls, they're not black because of their hair, and I guess some of our attributes aren't really African,
West African,
but what I mean? I'm African. I'm proud to be African all day, every day. But we pick and choose when we want to be black, and then when we want to be Somali, we get pulled over. Oh, because I'm black. But then when we get cut off by someone who's just a regular black person. Oh, this black person, or these black people are so crazy and wild.
Yeah.
Or you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then when it's a situation, oh my God, they're being racist because I am black. Now, choose what you want to like. You can't have a foot in each side. Like you want to be black when it works well for you, and then you don't want to be black when you feel like it's an embarrassing situation.
Yeah.
But with me, I would have to say it's other girls telling us, oh, you're not black. You know, you're Somali. If you check a map, Somalia is in East Africa. Africans are the originators of what it means to be black.
Yeah.
And that's it. But I think we look at attributes and it's like, yeah, we are black, and also we do have some attributes, but we wouldn't say we have white attributes. We're going to go and say we have Arab attributes.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Because it's the closest nation next to us.
Right.
But,
so does she have a case? Does she have a case in that part of her email?
I think these are older people that say that. I think this is like our aunts and uncles, and I think then anyone like under the age of like 40 knows we're black, but just the older crowd choose to say, oh, we're not black, because I think within the black culture there's really no identity. I'm sorry, I'm like offending people, but we're cultured. We speak a language, like we know each other. We have certain adib that we carry ourselves with, opposed to other people.
Right. Halima. I don't agree with you exactly what you said, but I'll bring that back. But Halima, what do you think?
I think we live in a world of stereotypes. It's not fair. You talk a certain way, you're considered a certain kind of person. You have a certain kind of hair texture, you're considered a certain type of person. It's as though you're always denied of where you're from, like because of the stereotypes. People look at you and immediately will stereotype you and typecast you and be like, that's what you are. It's like, I'm actually not. I just so happen to have this hair, but I'm actually, my ancestors are from here. But that conversation cannot take place until that first initial conversation happens where they're like, well, this is, X, Y, and Z is what you look like, and this is what you are.
Yeah.
So seemingly, I get it. My hair is softer than stereotypical African people. I get it. All right, some of my face features are not like other stereotypical African, but it doesn't deny the fact that this is my lineage and this is where I am. But for this sister, may Allah be pleased with her, I feel like the worst thing a person can do is generalize a people. You cannot do this. It's basically saying Allah's creation is all the same, and you're denying Allah of His creativity, of the way that He magically crafted you to be magically different than everybody else. And when you generalize a people, you go back to the very people you're talking about right now. And it's like, subhanAllah, were you better at this point? But Ya Rabbi, of course you cannot judge a person, but I just feel like the worst thing you can do is generalize a people and say they're all the same. Because we're not all like this. I'm sitting with a diverse group of Somali people right now, and we don't all think that way. Like, we really don't.
So speaking about black, right? So the word nigger. So nigger is associated with black people, right? And we're some Somali people say, I'm not black, period. I'm Somali, which doesn't make any sense at times. Like, no, at all, period. Doesn't make any sense. Going back to that word, when somebody calls you nigger, which has happened probably in everybody's lifetime, and it has happened to me.
Numerous times.
What do you, does that label even affect you?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah?
Yeah, because it's not, look, what they're trying to do and what their mission is like, that's offensive, highly offensive. Even if you don't identify with the word itself, it doesn't bother you. Just the angle they're coming from should piss you off, right?
Yeah.
Because they're
derogatory terms.
It's derogatory, and they're boxing you and they're marginalizing you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's not. I mean, whether you believe in the term or not or anything, it has nothing to do with it. See where this person's coming from.
Yeah.
See their eyes and how they're saying it. You know what I mean?
Right.
You should be offended off the bat.
Right. Nobody says it in a good morning, nigger.
It's not
like
gonna be that.
nobody says it in a hey, how you doing? You know what I mean? It's not. It's something that happens and you're like, hey, you nigger. Yeah. Like, that's how it usually. It's an attack. It's an insult. So you should take it. It's a tone. You should take it as an insult because it's being used as an insult. It's funny because I had an aunt that got in a fight with her coworker, and I don't know if I said this in a previous episode, but the coworker was Russian, and obviously my aunt is Somali, and the coworker said, such and such, you nigger. And so the aunt turned around and said, me? No. I have never been enslaved. Never. I am not nigger. I used to have niggers. Wow. Right? Which is it was humorous. I'm not gonna lie. The story itself was like, oh my god, like almost like what did you just say? But going back in history, we weren't enslaved. That's a lot of Somalis say we were not enslaved. We used to have slaves, and now if you go back, right, and let's bring something else back. You go to Hargeisa, you go to Hamar, you go to Galkayo. who are like the housemaids, the people that do your laundry, the people that do your dishes, the people that clean, the nannies, and so on and so forth, are usually the West Africans. And when I went there, the West Africans were known as what? A derogatory term, which Jerer, Daga, so forth and so forth, right? But it was never a Somali girl. So that shows me that there's a systematic oppression still happening in Somalia with us. We here are niggers. Back there, we have niggers, which is really messed up. Do you see what's happening here? Right? And so that's what I just wanted to bring back up to the table, is that there is systematic oppression happening to us here, and then back home, we oppress others. Right?
So does she have a case on that, is what I'm saying?
Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah?
She has a case on that?
I did, in terms of the black. In terms of certain black Somali people don't say. We all agree that yes, there are Somali people that don't say that they're black.
Okay, so she has a case on that.
She has a case on that.
halkii aan ku ababiyo hargeysiyo burcoy heedhe